Let's take that breath here. And last but not least, don't be afraid of the dark. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes there are moments of darkness in our life. We can't see the next step that we have to take. But we don't want you to be afraid of the dark. We want you to understand what it is. And tonight, there's 3 levels of darkness you need to understand. One is the darkness of gestation. That when a new idea begins to be planted within you, when you begin to receive and accept new ideas, they begin to gestate within you. And there are times where it feels like it's dark. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing. But in that moment, oftentimes, that idea is beginning to take form in your awareness. It hasn't yet manifested. It hasn't yet shown up in a way that you can understand it. It's gestating. And it needs that darkness in order to be ultimately full-formed and ultimately to be able to express itself. So there's gestation. And then there's darkness that comes from deep cleansing and the dying off of that which no longer serves us. That when you have a spiritual idea, you set an intention, you begin to walk in a particular direction, you're saying in substance that I'm willing to grow, develop, and unfold and change. And as that begins to happen, parts of you that you've been so identified with, that you've called yourself, this is who I am. And as you begin to expand and take on new ideas and establish new intentions, you begin to discover that that which you thought you were was formed by the world, parental fantasies, societal fantasies, miseducation. It wasn't you at all. It was a figment of your imagination that you identified as you. But as it begins to die, as it begins to lose its power over you, it feels dark. Where am I going? What's going on? I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. Don't be afraid of the dark. Listen to what Dr. Howard Thurman says when he says, learn to walk by remembered radiance. In other words, every one of you has had an insight, a moment of luminosity, a moment where you knew that all was well, a moment where you saw a tremendous vision for your life, a possibility. It opens you up, and though the world may have come in and covered it up temporarily, don't be afraid of the dark. Something's gestating in you. It needs that darkness. Don't be afraid of the dark. There's something within you that's dying right now because of an intention that you established in your life. Don't be afraid of the dark. An insight is occurring that may temporarily blind you until you grow into your next paradigm. And then you will see that all around you are sweet angels whispering within your ear. There's more to you than what you're going through. There's more to you than you can even imagine. Say with me, if you will, I am no longer afraid of the dark. Something within me is growing. That which I no longer need is dying. The bright light of love is lifting me. I see clearly, even in the dark, that the universe is for me and not against me. Take the breath. As you once again feel into the gratitude, into the thanksgiving of simply being alive, being awake, and now being more aware